What's going on, guys? Rob here with another Diablo 3 Barbarian build video. Today we will be covering a variation of the solo Whirlwind Barbarian build for pushing the leaderboards. In this video I will be covering the skills, ruins, gear, and gems for this build. Keep in mind this is one of the many variations of how to push with the Barbarian on the leaderboard. I chose this variation because I personally enjoy this playstyle and I have had a lot of success with it in the past. So let's get into this. The first skill is Rend Lacerate. This skill does high lightning damage, so you will want to ensure you are stacking lightning damage on your bracers and neck slots. The second skill is of course Whirlwind Wind Shear. This skill is going to give you 1 fury for every enemy struck with Whirlwind. The next skill is Battle Rage Bloodshed for the increased crit and bonus damage, followed by Wrath the Berserker Insanity. You can choose whichever rune you want for this skill due to the fact that you will end up having all of the runes from your gear once you get into the gear portion of the build. For mobility, we'll be using Furious Charge Merciless Assault. This will give us a fast high mobility skill that recharges anytime it strikes an enemy. The last skill we will be using is Ignore Pain Iron Hide. This is just for pure survivability with an extended duration on the skill. For our passives, we are using Ruthless to help burn down those higher health elites and or Rift Guardians, Rampage for extra damage, or if you are feeling on a bit squishy side, you can swap this out for Nerves of Steel. The next passive is Berserker Rage for a solid 25% to increase damage. Our last passive is going to be Boon of Bolcathos to help us keep up our Wrath of the Berserker skill. Our Kanai's cube items are Ambo's Pride to apply and deal massive amounts of rend damage on Whirlwind. The second cubed item is Mantle of Channeling for extra damage output and damage reduction. The last item in the cube can either be Convention of Elements, Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac, or Band of Might. This skill slot is flexible depending on, of course, which item is rolled best with the most equipable stats, so you're going to have to judge that one on your own. The legendary gems we will be using are Taeguk, Bane of the Trapped, and Bane of the Stricken. These are all pretty common choices for Whirlwind builds in general. Moving on to the gear, we are of course going to be using the Wrath of the Waste 6-piece set, Flavor of Time for the pylon duration, Mortix Brace to give us every ruin on the Wrath of the Berserker skill, Lamentation Belt for the additional damage to rend, Convention of Elements, Band of Might, or again Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac depending on which one you threw in the cube. And last but certainly not least, the set weapons, Little Rogue and Slanderer for the extra damage and armor bonus. As far as stat priority goes, you will want to stack CDR or cooldown reduction as much as possible until you are able to reliably keep up your Wrath of the Berserker skill. The sweet spot for this varies a little bit, but generally is around 50% or so, so you just want to base that on when you are able to, like I said, reliably keep up your Wrath of the Berserker skill. After this, you will want to stack as much area damage and crit as possible once you have roughly reached that 50% cooldown reduction goal. With the proper setup, this build is capable of well over Greater Rift 110. With that being said, that will do it for this Barbarian build video. Be sure to like and comment if you enjoyed this video and check out my Twitch link in the description below. I stream 4 to 6 days a week at about 4 p.m. Central Time. Also leave a comment with any tips or changes you might make to this Whirlwind build. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.